Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Reilly. It's 11 o'clock on a Saturday night in July, so I had to wait till it got fairly dark, and hence why we've got this illuminated backdrop here. And what we're doing on this episode, we're going to be talking about the ID Light and some of the new features that it has with regards to the software update 3.0. Let me just turn off this auxiliary light and let's have a look here. So you go into vehicle and only available when the ignition is switched on, and we talk interior, and then we go ID Light. So you can set the brightness of it, and I'll set that up and you can see it there lighting up. So the ID Light is a number of LEDs. I'll stick the number on the screen, and it will communicate with you via light with regards to what is happening. So there's basic functions, navigation, infotainment, and driving and maneuvering. And with basic functioning, you can have it pulsing on standby, you can have it charging, you can have it for a fault alert, you can have for restricted performance. So some of these things I'll be able to show, some of them I won't be able to show because if there is no fault. Navigation, it is turn alert and then lane guidance. So we'll put some, and that only works with regards to the built-in sat-nav. It doesn't work with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, Waze, etc., third party. Infotainment, if I'm getting a call, the voice control, and then the brief safety introduction. And then we'll also the driving, take over the steering if it feels that you have your hands off the steering wheel. Eco Assistant is while it's on cruise control, it knows where I think it's only in satellite navigation. It will tell you when to take off your foot off the accelerator and roll to the next stop. Park Assist, and then traffic hazard alert is there's traffic coming. And yeah, that's everything. So what I'm going to do is just stick on the GoPro and then use voiceover so you can see exactly the bits and pieces that I'm doing. But otherwise, hopefully if you're an ID owner, and some of these you won't be getting because if you haven't got the side sensors, some of you may not be able to do the driving the Park Assist, but it's Park Assist Plus. So yeah, let me know if this is the kind of content that you like. Some people like these how-to or infotainment information videos. Sorry, it's too late. I've already done a driving 0 to 100 motorway miles with this car today, so I've had 6 hours in it already. But it's going back tomorrow, and so I wanted to get this second video out of it. I'll set up the GoPro and you can see the different sections. And otherwise, hopefully you've enjoyed this review. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel. We're looking to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, 2022. If you're watching this, like the video and comment, share it. If you're an ID owner, if you're in some ID forums, let us know. If you'd like to support the channel, hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. What we're going to start off with is the unlocking and locking. So unlocking, you got your 2 green swipes, and then locking, you've got that really red Knight Rider. So 2 green swipes to unlock and a red to lock. Next up, we've got the when I get out of the car, you'll hear the Volkswagen jingle. And then I'm setting up charging, etc. And then when I get back into the car, you'll see that we start to see pulse on standby. And so that's just in the middle of the ID light, which is those 54 multicolored LEDs. And that pulse on standby will keep going. It knows I'm sitting in the car and it's just letting me know that it's there. Next up then is voice ID. Hey ID, I'm feeling cold. And what you see with voice ID, it will activate in front of the person talking to it. It'll swipe. Next up we have charging, and that will show you roughly where percentage is on the battery, and then if it is charging from the outlet. Next we have the turn alert right. So as you come up to the turn, you're going to get 2 full swipes in blue. This is a new one for me on this ID5 with software 3.0. It was Eco Assist. So it knows that there is a roundabout coming up ahead of me, and it knows that I've got my foot on the accelerator. And what it's going to do is it's going to just gently flash in front of the driver to say, you can ease off the accelerator here because the momentum that you've built up will get you to the roundabout. Really like this feature. As we go up through and in out of the roundabout, you're going to see turn alert left coming up, and it's just that full swipe and with that blue color. So it seems to me that navigation is blue, power is green, unlocking is green, hazards are red, and locking is red. So there's your 2 swipes, full swipes, which are left. Incoming call is center of the ID light, and it is a green pulse. You'll see in the middle of the screen here now as the call comes in. It's not the full width, there you go, and it will stay flashing until you answer it, either via voice or on the screen. Next up, you've got the lane guidance, and this is a new one for me as well. So as I'm navigating along, it is asking me to move into the right hand lane. So you can see it's not a full swipe, it is just the side of the lane that you'd like to go into. This one I don't recommend unless you are a professional driver. It was late at night, there wasn't much traffic on the roads, and so what I started to do was take my hands off the steering wheels. This has a couple of levels. The first level is going to be, and I've left the sound on for this as well so you can start to hear what it sounds like. It's got some flashing white lights. That's level 1, and it's just saying, come on out, get your hands back on the steering wheel. Level 2 is flashing red lights that are a bit louder and a bit more flashy. And level 3 then, you'll hear in a second, is full red bar. It starts to slow down, starts to brake, and it actually engages the horn. Last one, or second last one we want to check about then, is that park assist. Again, if it's on 3.0, if you've got those parking sensors, it's flashing either side because it's sensing for the parking spaces. And then when you pick a parking space, which I've selected the left hand reverse, it knows then it's stopped flashing on the left hand side, and I'm going to engage reverse and into the parking space. And what's going to happen then is once it starts to take over that maneuver, it's going to flash on the left to let me know that we're going in that way. And you mightn't always understand what these lights are for, but I think I just thought I'd make the video just to, there you go, there's the, it's very similar to the lane guidance actually, but it's a continuous half swipe on the side that it's reversing into. I've left the beeps in as well so you can hear what it sounds like. Once that's finished then, and you press and engage the brake. Next one I want to talk about is drive mode engage, and this is, I put it into D, so you get that full white swipe, and that finishes off in blue. And here I am parking up in my parking space, hit the P button, and it's the reverse of that, blue to white to the middle, and then we've got the pulse on standby. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video about the ID light and all the different variations in colour and sequences. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.